Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for the final installment of our Living the French Dream series. I'm Catherine Rickman, the editor-in-chief of Frenchly, and I'm very excited to get to talk to you all today about the Grand Est of France and why you might consider moving there. First, I would like to thank our sponsors, Your Transformation and Currency Direct, and we're going to have a couple of videos from them to start us off.
Bonjour and welcome. I'm Alison Luness, founder of Your Transformation, and we're thrilled to be sponsoring this year's Dream Life in France Summit with Frenchly. At Your Transformation, we help individuals, couples, and families turn their dream of living in France into reality with expert support for visa applications, relocation planning, and everything that comes after you arrive in France. Whether you're just starting to explore your move or you're ready to take the leap, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Start by checking out our book Foolproof French Visas and attending one of our free monthly Q&A sessions. And let's start making your dream life in France happen together.
So let's get started. As I mentioned, today we're going to be talking about the Grand Est. Yesterday, I was lucky enough to host the session on the Grand Ouest, on the other side of the country. And if you've missed any of the other sessions that we've done this week, we've covered everything from the Île-de-France and Paris, of course, all the way down to the Riviera and throughout the country. So one of the things that I think is so wonderful about France is that no matter where you go in the country, every individual region has a very distinctive spirit and character that really can't be replicated anywhere else. And so we're going to talk about two regions, Alsace and Bourgogne, Franche-Comté. And if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. And after this presentation, we will see if we can answer your questions. So starting with the Grand Est, we're dealing with the westernmost side of France. So there's a lot of diversity, both in terms of the landscape, the architecture, the culture. Here we've got Alsace, which you can see is just a teeny little slice in the northeast of France, right on the border of Germany and Switzerland. It has a long history of switching back and forth between French and German control, which has left a really lasting mark on the culture, food, and architecture. And also because of this history, it's a great city for any multilingual transplants interested in practicing both French and German, if that's something that's of interest to you. So when you think of Alsace, you're going to think of these colorful half-timbered houses straight out of a storybook, villages nestled among vineyards, and bustling Christmas markets that attract visitors from all over Europe. It's really, when you picture a dreamy Christmas in Europe, Alsace is where you want to be. You've also got a lot of incredible things in the culinary department. Wine lovers will appreciate Alsace's famous white wines like Riesling and Gewürztraminer, which reflect the region's cool northern climate, as well as its extensive commitment towards producing organic wines and celebrating sustainability in agriculture. You've also got a lot of incredible local dishes to pair with these wines, such as tarte flambée, also known as Flammekuchen, and choucroute garnie, which is a version of sauerkraut. So as you can see here, you've really got that strong Germanic influence that you really won't find anywhere else in France. But for Americans moving here, Alsace provides excellent value. You can find charming homes and villages that look like they're straight out of a postcard, or go towards bigger cities like Strasbourg, which is extremely well connected to the rest of Europe. The region is an ideal fit for anyone who wants to really immerse themselves in European culture while also having quick access to other major cities across the continent, whether that's Paris, Zurich, Geneva, various other places. So Alsace is perfect for those who are looking for a very multicultural lifestyle where you can also be surrounded by vineyards and the mountains and all of these beautiful outdoor spaces while also maintaining this really special international community. So one of my personal favorite places in Alsace, we've got Strasbourg, which is really the crown jewel of the region. It blends French elegance with these like strong Germanic practical essences. It's obviously beautiful, as you can see from these pictures. Um, it's got the historic Grand Ile, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, as well as these gorgeous canals and half-timbered houses. A fun fact about the houses, they will actually be painted according to historically the type of businesses that they would have offered. So if it's red versus blue versus yellow, you might know that once upon a time, that was where the butcher lived, that was where the baker lived, that was where the fishmongers lived. So you can really sense these incredible history, like all in these tiny details. But obviously, in addition to it being a very lovely place to be, it's politically significant. This is where the seat of the European Parliament is, which gives the city a very unique international atmosphere, making it ideal for those who want exposure to a multicultural environment. It's also a big student town, which gives it this excellent added layer of a lively younger population. Now, for Americans, Strasbourg offers a really vibrant urban lifestyle while also maintaining this really classic charm and workability. And it also has great public transit systems, although it's quite walkable. The city is renowned for its Christmas markets. It's considered the Christmas capital of France, and it also has regular festivals and a strong food culture, such as the tarte flambée and Alsatian wines that we discussed. In addition to having great public transit within the city, it's also a really big transit hub throughout Europe. So you can access Paris by 2 hours, and you can get over to Germany and Switzerland in no time. It's a city that's going to appeal to professionals, families, students, and cultural enthusiasts looking for a cosmopolitan yet distinctly Alsatian place to live. Now, not far from Strasbourg, you've got Colmar, which is really like a village out of a storybook. It's also famous for its canals and these beautiful pastel colored half timbered houses and this really quaint old school kind of a vibe. It really looks like something out of a picture book. And it's a really great place for those who are seeking charm and tranquility with a slower pace of life. This town is also a hub for Alsace wine tourism with a lot of vineyards and wineries just outside the city. So because of the slower pace of life, it's going to be a great option for retirees. Wine enthusiasts might also be drawn to this area and anyone looking to really step into Alsatian living. There's a strong tourism economy, which assures that amenities like shops, restaurants, and cultural events are readily available, as well as some great museums, yet it still has this small town vibe. So finally, in our Alsace list, we've got Mulhouse, which might often be overlooked by tourists, but it offers a dynamic and practical lifestyle with plenty of cultural and economic activity. Mulhouse was traditionally an industrial center, but has reinvented itself with museums, innovation hubs, and a really vibrant local culture. It's also a great option for those seeking affordability while remaining connected to the rest of Alsace and Europe. Americans might be interested in Mulhouse because of this mix of practicality and cultural interest. Housing is a lot more affordable than it would be in Strasbourg or Colmar, making it ideal for families, remote workers, or anyone really seeking an accessible entry point to Alsace. It's also close to the Vosges Mountains, so if you're interested in outdoor activities, it's a great option. It's also near the Rhine, so cross-border travel to Germany and Switzerland is very accessible. So Mulhouse is going to be a great option for those who want a balance of urban conveniences, culture, and accessibility without the premium cost of some of these other more famous regions. So here we've got a little bit of a real estate overview for Alsace. As you can see, it's going to vary quite a bit. Places in Strasbourg and Colmar, because they are more famous, are going to be quite a bit more expensive, but still a lot more affordable than somewhere like Paris. However, if you are looking for somewhere that's quite rural, there are a lot of really fabulous options for you. So next up, we've got Bourgogne-Franche-Comté, which is the combined region between Bourgogne or Burgundy and the Franche-Comté region, which we'll get to this, but as you might have guessed, this is where Comté cheese comes from. So when we talk about Bourgogne-Franche-Comté, we're looking at one of France's most classically beautiful regions. Also in the east of the country, right along the border with Switzerland. It's a place defined by vineyards, rolling hills, and centuries of vineyards. I know you've heard of Burgundy wine. This is going to be where some of the world's most prestigious labels come from. But you've also got classics like Dijon mustard from the historic city of Dijon, which is really the cultural heart of this part of France. So life is really going to move at a gentler pace here, perfect for Americans who are looking to escape the stress of big cities, but still have great access to them. You've got really easy access to Paris, Lyon, and Geneva, which are all just a quick train ride away. And the region is also really rich in outdoor activities, hiking, cycling through vineyards, or skiing in the Jura Mountains. And food lovers are really going to love this part of France. As I said, you've got Burgundy wines, you've got Comté cheese, and these really hearty traditional dishes. Now, from a practical standpoint, property here tends to be more affordable than in major metropolitan areas, especially in rural villages or smaller towns like Beaune and Besançon. Although if you are looking for somewhere in prime wine country, those rates will start to rise. But it might be worth it for you. Who knows? So if you're an American who is thinking, like, I want to live amongst vineyards with all this beautiful medieval architecture and these deep-rooted traditions, this is going to be an option that you should really consider. So as I mentioned before, we've got Dijon, which is really the beating heart of Burgundy. And it's a great place for anyone drawn to history, culture, and of course, gastronomy. It's famous worldwide for its mustard, of course, but it's also a city with, as you can see, really beautiful architecture, vibrant markets, and a lively art scene. For food lovers, the city is a dream. From traditional bistros to Michelin-starred restaurants, there's really something for every palate. Dijon also has a very youthful, dynamic energy thanks to its multitude of universities, making it really appealing to students or professionals seeking a very culturally rich environment. Now, for Americans, Dijon really offers the perfect balance of urban life and accessibility. It's walkable, charming, but again, it's also incredibly well connected. You can get to Paris in under 2 hours. You can get to Lyon very quickly, but the housing here is going to be a lot more affordable than in either of those cities. So you get to enjoy all of those big city comforts without the price tag. This is a great hub if you're looking for sophistication of French, like a sophisticated French city with history, culture, and world-class cuisine right at your doorstep. So next, as I mentioned a little earlier, we've got Besançon, which is this very picturesque city nestled in a loop of the Doubs River, known for its UNESCO-listed citadel, which was designed by Bourgogne. It has a very rich history, particularly in watchmaking, and a thriving art scene with museums, theaters, and festivals, always producing new works. In addition to culture, it's also great for those who love the outdoors. You've got a lot of hiking, kayaking, and cycling opportunities nearby, So it's a city that really has a lot of rich heritage while also making it a great place for those who are looking for a more active style of life. And if you're considering relocating here, again, it offers affordable housing in a historic but very livable city. It's great for families or professionals who are looking for a quieter pace of life, but still want those cultural amenities and educational opportunities. Next up, we have Beaune, the wine lovers' haven. So this is a great destination for wine lovers and those who are looking for a little bit more of a relaxed lifestyle. The city is very charming. You've got the cobblestone streets. You've got the iconic Hospice de Beaune pictured, which is a medieval hospital turned into a museum that draws visitors from all over the world. And throughout the year, Beaune hosts wine festivals, markets, and tastings. So there's always a sense of celebration and culture here. There's always something new to try, and there's always something new to do. So this is a great option for wine enthusiasts. It's a great option for retirees, or really anyone drawn to that kind of romance of rural France. Property here is going to be smaller and more intimate than in big cities. So it's great for those who want to immerse themselves in French gastronomy and tradition and have access to the scenic countryside of Burgundy while maybe living on a little bit more of a smaller, more affordable scale. So finally, in Burgundy, we've got Lons-le-Saunier. So Lons-le-Saunier serves as a gateway to the Jura Mountains. So again, this is going to be a great option for nature lovers and those with more active lifestyles. The region is very famous for its Comté cheese, as well as its beautiful alpine landscapes. So whether it's skiing in winter, hiking in the summer, or exploring lakes and waterfalls year-round, you've got all kinds of incredible natural resources right at your fingertips. Now, the pace of here is going to be a little bit slower, very tight-knit communities, and a lifestyle really centered around outdoor activities. So definitely something to consider. Maybe call it the Denver of France. So for Americans, Lons-le-Saunier is a great choice for families, retirees, or anyone who really, again, wants to live close to nature while still having these more modern conveniences. Housing here is going to be quite affordable, and the region is going to offer a very balanced lifestyle with both rural charm and access to cities of all sizes. So if you love outdoor activities, scenic landscapes, and really healthy, relaxed lifestyle, all of these places around in and around the Jura are going to be a great option for you. So here we've got a brief review of Burgundy real estate. As mentioned previously, it's going to vary a lot between whether you're sort of more deep in like Franche-Comté, where things can get quite rural. There are a lot of very agricultural working class communities where if you're looking for something that's sort of out of the way, where you can really be free from the sort of hustle and bustle of big city, there are a lot of affordable options there. However, you might also be looking to somewhere in the heart of Burgundy wine country, where again you're going to have access to really incredible wines, but you might be paying a bit of an upcharge both for the wines themselves and for the land that they are grown in and around. However, lots of different options, no matter what kind of property you're looking for. So that is going to be the Grand Est. If you have any questions, as I mentioned earlier, you can feel free to put those in the chat. Unfortunately, our guest for today was unable to join us, so I will do my best to answer your questions about this region. Okay, if we've got no question, then I believe that we have a couple of more videos from our sponsors.
Bonjour and welcome. I'm Alison Lunès, founder of Your Transformation, and we're thrilled to be sponsoring this year's Dream Life in France Summit with Frenchly. At Your Transformation, we help individuals, couples, and families turn their dream of living in France into reality with expert support for visa applications, relocation planning, and everything that comes after you arrive in France. Whether you're just starting to explore your move or you're ready to take the leap, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Start by checking out our book Foolproof French Visas and attending one of our free monthly Q&A sessions. And let's start making your dream life in France happen together.
All right, well, thank you again to our sponsors, Currency Direct and Your Transformation. And thank you to all of you for joining us. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope that this has been informative.